Hello, good people. It's Rob Lee. Is Kanye West really the enemy of the Jews? Is any of it real, or is it just a well rehearsed script? Is it real? Any of it. It's amazing to me that people will follow scripts and plays and give their precious energy into taking sides and nothing more than skits. Yet they do and will continue to do so. Kanye West is a puppet of the synagogue of Satan. And for the past couple of months, people left me comments. What do you think about him? He's standing up to the Jews. No, he's not. That's a lie. He works for them. If he were really against them, he would receive zero time on Alex Jones, the mainstream media, and the internet ambulance chasers. By having West speak out against the synagogue of Satan, it gives the synagogue of Satan an enemy. And that's what they thrive on. Most people don't understand it because they don't understand how they work. The synagogue of Satan must always play the role of the poor, oppressed victim that everyone treats unfairly, when in reality they are condemned by God. This is a way to deflect the truth away from them and causes the naive masses to see them as the victims, when in reality they are the criminals. Sorcery and theater like this goes on 24/7 every day. But the people do not understand, and most will never have an inkling of how deep it goes. Speaking of Alex Jones, it was all over the internet. Jones was sued for saying negative things about the Sandy Hook hoax. Oh, he didn't call it a hoax, he just played his part. Yeah, he played his part. I'll get back to that in just a second. So you see, daily we see so-called court cases all over the news, and most of them are nothing more than plays. Most folks I think most folks can't understand that most of what they see is a lie. And it's so big for them, I don't think they can't really imagine that, damn, is there that much lie? Yes, there's really that much. You just don't understand how much you're being played, man. Most of everything that you see is a theater on a level that most folks will never understand until Judgment Day. By accusing Jones of daring to critique the shooting hoax known as Sandy Hook, this sends a message to the people that even Jones can be sued. He and his money and his influence. You see, that if regular folks spoke out, what would happen to them? Lose their jobs, pensions, or worse. This is how they control the people with a velvet glove while using a communist hammer and sickle to control the people to be quiet and go along. Godless people. Jones lost the so-called court case, which is a farce, just a play. He was ordered to pay $49 million to the Sandy Hook parents. Now, some of you might be smiling because there is your demonic cult number of 13, 4 plus 9, as in 1/3 of the devils that fell from heaven. 4 plus 9 is what? 13. You see, it's how they play the people, and people eat it up, man. Only the most naive believe this nonsense about Sam Bankman and FXT. Real or a hoax? How about Andrew Tate arrested on sex trafficking allegations, right? He's arrested in Romania. Real or a hoax? You see, we're almost out of diesel. That was last month. What are we almost out of this time? What strike's coming up? Railroad strike, this strike, that strike. Here is the so-called suspect in the Idaho University murders. People believe without knowing anything but what the enemies of God tells them. It's amazing, and it's dangerous on a scale that most will never comprehend until it's far too late, that these monsters can put anything on TV and said, Joe Blow was killed by so-and-so, and the people will automatically tell you it happened. It had to happen. We went to the moon. They showed it to us. Had to happen. Whatever, man. Whatever they tell you on that box or on your device, 98%, 99% of this world believe every damn bit of it. I see all these things in my feed when I sign onto the internet to post a video. This is why I tell you sometimes, man, we got to take a break from the internet. I shake my head, I look to heaven and say to Father, why do they believe the beings that you condemned and the beings that Jesus called the children of the devil? Why would they believe these people? I'm going to show you why shortly. The masses pay attention to these theater shows but do not pay attention to what is important. And that's, you start to Take the lid off of it there. Have you ever really thought about just how large, how incredibly evil and twisted that deceit is in this world? How big it is? Do you really understand the damage that television and internet has done to the people, and maybe you included? Because almost all of us at one time or another watch TV and the internet on a regular basis. And the internet has actually surpassed the TV in terms of addiction and deceit. How about the theater called the Russian-Ukraine War? They say there is a war in the Ukraine. You've been told nonstop for a year the Russians have invaded the Ukraine. They show images, clips, and talking heads in a demonic circus known as the media and the internet repeat the lie until the masses believe it's true. Pardon me. And if you guys hear a snoring in the background, that's my cat. His name is Finn. He is snoring, man, and he just doesn't care, right? He doesn't have to. Most people do not even question the lie. They have become so conditioned, they will readily accept anything the media and the internet tells them. But why? I mean, you got to understand why, man. Why do some people believe grotesque and huge lies, man? How, right? I mean, wow, what's wrong with them? Sometimes folks will say they know they're being told lies, but they still can get some truth by watching and listening. Sometimes maybe you can, but it's also a way for them to avoid admitting you're addicted. And you can't stop watching and listening, man. You can't take a break from the internet, from the news, because you need it. Just as some people eat and sleep TV, man. They have to have it. 200-300 channels. Yet only a few have the spiritual blessing to say, Father, I do not believe a damn word these damn devils are saying. You see, where does it end and where does it begin? When a roller coaster goes up, it must come down. Then it takes you back up and it repeats the cycle. Now, this can be fun at an amusement park. However, is this how you wish to live your life? Is this from God? My friends, you are living through right now one of the biggest hoaxes in the history of mankind. So much so that they don't even like people even using the words because they're scared that people will catch on that it is the grossest lie, one of the grossest lies in the history of mankind. The media and internet will tell you you're sick. The people are going to believe it. They will tell you how to feel, and the people will feel that way. They'll tell you what to say today. What's the word of the day? People will go like robots and repeat it. The circus performers, covered in blood, with blood dripping from their hands, they speak, perform, and do tricks for the masses. We're reaching the pinnacle of evil insanity. Most people want the bare minimum of responsibility to learn the truth. This allows the people to pursue their life as they will. You see, there's no recourse, no hard work. I don't have to make any sacrifices. I can hit a button and somebody's going to tell me the truth and I'm just going to accept it. It's gospel. Now, God doesn't matter because God really doesn't know a lot. Or God doesn't exist. Or Jesus Christ, hey, he's just one of many. The media, Hollywood, churches, social media, internet, science, or the video maker can erase all of your guilt and make you believe you have an understanding of what's going on when in reality you're only going deeper into a dark hole that is filled with lies, chaos, and heartache. It will and does make many people depressed. It can make you physically sick when you open up yourselves to this kind of sorcery. People begin to feel drained, tired all the time. They become anxious, depressed, worried, and confused, on edge. After a while, they become outright fearful. These emotions can wreak havoc on your body and mind. It comes from watching TV and the internet. When you go to get your news stories, because you want to know what's going on. And all you do is listen to some damn devil who will tell you this and tell you that, and he'll switch it up the next day, and it keeps you up and down, up and down. That's the truth of it. And it starts to really wear on your body, man, and on your spirit. You start to get sick. I ask you right now, who is responsible for this delusion? Who's behind it? We know who does the work, but who instigated it and who allows it to take place? The truth is, God is behind this delusion. However, this is not what the people want to hear. However, it is the truth, and God your Father told us so. So let's close and read his words from his perfect word about why they follow the lies. Turn your attention to the screen, please. The strong delusion that doesn't come from the devil, doesn't come from the Jews, the Masons, the occult, doesn't come from left, right. They're just tools, man. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verses 10 through 12. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth that they might be saved. They received not the love of the truth that they might be saved. They didn't want the truth. And for this cause, God shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie. It's God who has made these people delusional. He wants them to believe what? A lie. 12. That they all might be damned who believed not the truth but had pleasure in unrighteousness. So, do you really get the full meaning of this? It's your Father, the one true God, who has blinded these people. He not only blinds them, he damns them because they did not believe the truth. They had pleasure in doing wrong. They have rejected his truth, his words, his commandments, and most importantly, his image, his word made flesh, his Emmanuel. God is with us. They rejected Jesus. Now these people walk around blind as bats and they believe anything. It's dangerous for us to talk to them. As we talked about in previous videos, we should not have conversation with them. It should be at a minimum. Pardon me. However, they believe they know the score when they don't even know who's behind it and why. Friends, your Father is incredibly kind, merciful, loving, and generous to those who seek him with a true heart. Jesus will be the best friend you've ever had. He will not leave nor forsake you when every other person in this world leaves you or turns on you. We must keep our eyes on him. We must keep our ears to his truth. If you believe you're going to garner great knowledge from the devil, you are going to be sick physically, spiritually, and disappointed. When we love our Father, pray and believe, your Father will love on you and help you more than you understand. Your Father said he would do it. Your Father will never lie, nor has he ever lied. Every single bit of madness in this world is the means to the end. It is all steps to the finale that is coming soon. The end is going to be a fast-flowing river. Many are going to drown. Many of us, some of us, a few of us, are going to grab hold of Jesus, and Jesus will take us to the finish line. The masses are going to go under. God does not lie. The masses mock our Father. They mock Jesus and the Holy Word because they do not know them, nor do they know you. So let's keep to a bare minimum what our eyes see and our ears hear that is not of our Father. I thank you for being here with me today. May the Father bless each and every one of you in this small group of people chosen by God to be his children. And my cat, who snored almost through this entire video, his name is Finn. He says, thank you. In Jesus' name, we go forward. Amen.